one of the interesting things for water divining, many claims of the paranormal are very hard to measure. But water divining is a really simple one. For a start, you can't check it by drilling a hole to see if there's water, because you'd be good if you could actually find a place without water, I'm told. Because as water lies in strata, so we know the Great Artesian Basin and the Artesian Basin. The greatest water diviners in Australia come from the Gosford area, and you only have to go to Gosford, it's all underwater before you even start. But I've read, and I remember I knew Mike Willesee quite well before Mike Willesee changed, and he was a skeptic in the early days, most people couldn't believe it. And I said, look, would you be interested, we'll run a contest here for water diviners. And I said I could get James Randi out from the United States because he's done some particular tests, which to me were very simple. What James Randi did was have 12 pipes, a manifold with 12 plastic pipes with water running in them. And you might say, well, how does that tell whether a person can find water in strata under the ground? In fact, what we were checking were the people who claimed that they could find water in plastic irrigation pipes. You'll find most people claim they can follow an irrigation pipe. We brought James Randi out. I remember we got the Reverend Ted Knopfs as one of the judges, and the prize was about $40,000, $10,000 from myself, $10,000 from the late Richard Carlton, $10,000 from Philip Adams, and I've forgotten where the other 10 grand was from. And in North Ryde, just near my Dick Smith Electronics place, we ploughed up a field, we put in the 10 pipes, we had water running through them and a simple manifold where the water could run through one of the 10 pipes. Now Randy arrived, and first of all, he got each one of the contestants. We flew, I think, 20 of the top Australian water diviners and gold diviners from all around Australia. The Willesee show brought them in. And Randy made them sign an agreement which said that this test is one they're happy with, and they would offer no excuses if they failed. And don't laugh, because these people are totally genuine. And I remember saying to Randy, I mean, there are people, their life depended on their abilities to water divine, and some of them had engineering qualifications, so they were academically qualified people, some were the typical farmer. And I remember saying to James Randi, look, I don't want to go ahead with this, we're going to destroy these people. In front of television, in front of millions, they say they can find some water running in a pipe. The plan was to run water in one pipe at a time. They say they can get 90 to 100%. Most of them claim 100%, but we said we'd accept 80%. And I said, we're going to destroy them if they fail. And he said, Dick, you will have no effect on their belief whatsoever. So I said, James, you're wrong, because you've written out, they've had to sign a document that they will not offer any excuse, and this will prove that they can't do what they claim they can do. Doesn't mean that they can't find water in strata, but their claim was they could find it in a water pipe. The amazing thing was, we got each diviner to walk across the pipes where no water was running in them. And of the 10 diviners doing the water test, 2 found streams underneath, but the other 8 didn't. And then we said the next thing is we're going to run the water through one pipe, and you have to show that your rods bend, or your pendulum twists, or your piece of timber, all the different sort of artifacts they had for their divining. And when we ran the water through the pipe that they knew which pipe it was, they've all got 100%. And it's quite impressive, because they would walk along the earth, which had all been ploughed up with the 10 pipes. It was marked where each pipe was. And as they got to the pipe that the taps had been opened, the reading, either the rods would bend or the pendulums would move. And you'd think, when you're watching, you think, well, this has got to be true. They're not doing it. It's just happening from the pull of the water, whatever the claim was. Well, we then went to double-blind testing, and no one knew the answer till the end. We filmed the whole thing, and uncannily, they managed to get, of course, chance is 1 in 10, chance alone. They actually got less than 1 in 10. So we actually proved that when they were divining, they magically could not find the water.